Hey guys, Leikjarinn here. I know it's been a while, and my daughter's asleep, so if she wakes up, I gotta go, and there's no editing in this one. Um, I just wanted to briefly talk about my live stream. I know this is on YouTube, and maybe like none of you arrive to my Twitch channel. Thanks. Um, I am going to be trying to stream less. I know I don't stream that much, but there are days that I'm trying to dedicate to live streams, and that usually happens after Carolina is asleep. And then my streams can never really be too like insane. I can't have like too much fun, I guess. Not a lot of screams. Not that I do, but if I have some friends over, that can happen. And yeah, I'm gonna try to tone down the streams and maybe even take 2 or 3 months completely off streams and not go live for 2 or 3 months. But what I would be doing with that time instead, and also in my 7 day breaks, I have from 8 a.m. to about 2 p.m. to kind of work on things. And I got this beautiful thing that I want to make, which is the documentary on GixG17. I wanted to be 5 episodes. Originally, I thought I could just do one long documentary, but this is my first time ever making a documentary, so I would rather like to spice it up and have 4 to 5 episodes, and every episode I would just kind of work on one at a time. But I have it planned, but I would want to have each episode kind of different from one another. I would maybe tackle only 2 games that I loved that Gix would play, and then in the documentary episode 2, I would only focus on only talking about Gix, and then maybe episode 3, which is actually what will happen in episode 3, is where I will talk about my first time playing video games with Gix, and I was actually on one of my old live streams way back, like 2012. Stuff like that I would love to focus on. There's 3 Leikjarinn reviews videos that have always been up and down, scripted, and up and down and up and down, and it's all in a document on my PC. The first episode is Castlevania Legends. I already have the thumbnail for it. Episode 2 is, well, I'm not gonna tell you episode 2 or 3 what games that's gonna be, but at least mainly the first episode with Castlevania Legends is where you will meet a character that you probably know who it is. Why hide it? It's Rob the Robot. If you have been on my streams, you have seen me show like old clips, test footage, and all that stuff. There is on YouTube, I think it's on my channel, like a little bit of a test video. I think when I was saying goodbye to Pegasus, my dog, I showed like a couple of test footage. There's a Let's Play I would love to do. There's 2 Let's Plays. One of the Let's Plays is like my Let's Play, and the other Let's Play is dedicated to Gix. And I will be playing the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. That was the plan, actually. But I think I'll skip Daggerfall and I'll do like a charity stream at some point for Gix and his family. And that would be Daggerfall. But why not a Let's Play of Daggerfall? Well, the Wayward Realms is on its way. And that is basically Daggerfall 2. And I know Gix I feel like this game was made for Gix. And I talked about this game to Gix quite a lot, and I got a couple of answers in the beginning, and then of course Gix went silent because he was, battling, and just his own life to focus on. I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts billion times a month because of my job also. Um, I'm looking at my screen right now. I have two podcast episodes. Leikjarinn podcast, where I got my friend Fenrir and we talked about Formula One. And it was originally supposed to be about Formula One games and racing games, but we were just talking about Formula One. And then episode 2 was supposed to be another guest, but it had to cancel, so I did a self cast. And actually, doing a self cast is fun. I just have to have some questions that I could actually ask for on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and have questions ready. So even though it's weird doing a podcast alone, I don't feel it being really that hard, especially if I have some questions to roll off here and there. And I always write down some topics. So yeah, me and my girlfriend, we are trying to have another baby. That's why we are in the city. We have to go through this, I'm not sure what to say in English, glass baby egg hunting. You know what I mean. And my artist, Cran, who does all the thumbnails and all the art, there's two more like figures of me that I would like, which is well, I actually already got one of them. It has something to do with chess. I know that sounds weird, but I'll explain that in the future. One is me holding a microphone, and that is going to be for the podcasts. And another one is me, like, I have one where I'm holding an NES controller, but I want one that is empty, where I can just put the controller in my hand. And that's every time I do like a short play, where I just do like one episode where I just check out this weird Sega game, and it's like 20 or 30 minutes long, or 40 minutes. And then on that thumbnail, I can have my Sega controller, Super Nintendo controller, my Switch controller, PlayStation controller. That shouldn't be too hard, but of course he's gonna have to draw the controllers and stuff. So yeah, just a little bit of an update. I know all of my updates throughout the years. I've always been like, this is coming and this is coming and this is coming. But I just had to face, reality right now. I'm a father. Daughter is asleep right now. I have a couple hours to spare at the moment. I'm looking at some old YouTube videos of mine, and that made me want to just hook up my phone here and talk. I'm actually gonna perhaps pick up my camera and do a little bit of a vlog as well, which is going to be different from this because that's going to be planned and it's going to be edited. This is just one long take. So yeah, stuff, me, maybe baby, and I'm excited for a lot of things. A lot of friends that I would love to do a lot of retro gaming things with. My dream to do for my channel is to set up a couch and me and a friend of mine play some games together, and we do some kind of like Game Grumps type of a feel to the games that we love to play, and even live streams. I think it would even fit more with live streams. I want to do a charity stream. There's 3 different ones that I want to do. For charity, which is for gigs, and I want to do for the hospital where I was born. They just basically saved my ass every day when I was little, when I was just a newborn baby. And then I want to do a charity for my girlfriend, and for her, she has endometriosis. I want to do like a podcast charity, and it would evolve into a live stream with gameplay. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.